What up? We're getting our streaming stuff together. There's Facebook. What up, Facebook?
Yo.
Just gonna share some links real quick. Hey, anybody watching us on Facebook Live, go click our YouTube link that's on our page and come chat with us there. I'm sure you can chat with us on Facebook Live, but it's not always fast.
Share these links real quick.
Play 21 Savage all the time in our house.
Just that one song, Chopping Screw.
It's just that one song, but it's all the time.
Yeah, but say don't gas it.
It's all that song. Over and over. And over and over.
Actually, it's a consistent Chop and Screw playlist for real.
He's been on a Chop and Screw kick lately, and it's just... Hey, Tim.
Ooh.
What?
Nothing. I'm just trying to share all these links real quick before we get deep into conversation, like we always do. How's your week been?
My week has been... Dang, it is Wednesday. See, I always think that it's the end of the week whenever we're doing asking for a friend. But my week so far has been really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been okay.
That's what's up.
Productive, getting stuff done, getting all of our pages and our products together.
I don't know if they can you see the frostiness, and then it disappears when you're what is it?
It's nice. I got all Zodiac cups available. They're like $10. They are $10. I love etching glass. That's my new thing. That is definitely my new thing.
Alright, bear with us, y'all. We're almost done. Almost there. Alright.
He got like 12 Facebook pages.
No, that's not true.
He got like 12 Facebook pages. Definitely do.
That's not true. Don't let her dash y'all like that. I do have a few though. Alright.
Yo. But yeah, like I said, if you're watching us on Facebook, make sure that you go and follow us on YouTube, because we're going to start posting a whole lot of content on YouTube, because we have an overflow of stuff that we've collected.
Definitely.
Since we moved back to Kentucky, we have an overflow of just
and it's
content.
crazy because like we never intended to have like that much footage or anything, and we went to the Google Drive and it was like flooded.
Everywhere. Yeah. So we'll be like releasing like recipes, crafts that we make, how to make these, all types of stuff. Yeah,
it's gonna be fun. Definitely. And live painting sips.
Oh yeah, talk about paint sips for a minute. Let me get my share.
All right. Well, this idea that I have, right? For all of you all who are already familiar with either a paint sip that you've attended that we've thrown, or a paint sip that you've attended in your city. Well, what I'm going to start doing is pretty much having a recorded painting sip on YouTube. So pretty much you would go to the Kem Trails media page on YouTube and you would find which painting you'd like to do, and it would have like a supply list. You go get your supplies or whatever, and you just follow me, and it'll be like, you know, showing up somewhere, except you'll be at your house or wherever you're at, and yeah, you drink what you want to drink, do what you want to do, and make some cool Kem Trails art in the comfort of your home. So
it's like Kem Trails to go.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like Kem Trails to go.
Yeah,
so it's really,
I think it'll be real convenient, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I really can't say how it goes, but yeah.
How was your week?
My week? How can I describe my week? Well, it's only Wednesday, so like, what's my week from Sunday to Wednesday?
Yeah, or from the last time we did the podcast, I guess.
Oh yeah, you know what? That makes more sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. My week was, I guess it was good. I got some stuff done. I don't know. I always feel like I'm under accomplishing.
Really?
Yeah, if that's weird.
It's not weird.
We do a lot, but it's like, I don't know. It always feels like it's never enough.
Yeah, I feel you.
So
that's how I feel too.
So when people ask me, yeah, it always sounds a little morbid. Sounds real dark sometimes. Like, well, you know, at least I'm alive.
I didn't die. I woke up this morning.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff I wanted to accomplish that I didn't. But like, do you ever set the bar too high for yourself, like in one day? Yeah. Like, say the day before, you'd be like, oh, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and you plan out this whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
then it just doesn't go like that, and then you're like, why am I such a failure? That's how I always feel. Well, not always, but you know what I mean. So yeah.
So what are these questions you have for us? You got some questions for us?
Okay, so we didn't really have a plan for. We have a plan. We know what we're gonna talk about. We just vibing out with us because this is what Kem Trails is. This is how Kem Trails came to be.
Man.
Us sitting in our house talking. That's how it happened. But I don't know. I was just looking up stuff for us to do, and I was gonna ask you some questions and just get our input as a couple.
All right. Well, before we do this live, because I know you are trick bag shawties. You know what I'm saying?
What does that mean?
You'll definitely hit me with an okie doke and have me talking about some stuff that, you know what I'm saying? Okay.
You ready though?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You sure?
Yeah. I'm ready.
All right, here. I'm gonna just let you go through. Just like scroll down and
hold on, it's numbered. Okay, I'm gonna just. What is it numbered through? 1 through what?
It's 1 through 80.
Oh, okay. So I can just pick a number and you'll find it.
Yeah, sure, that works.
All right, 13.
13.
Yeah. We'll start with 13.
Oh, that messed up on me. All right, 13.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 13 is, what percentage of your income are you comfortable spending versus saving?
Repeat that again one more time for me.
What percentage of your income are you comfortable spending versus saving?
Me technically, I don't know if, you know what I'm saying, I don't know how y'all's living situation is, but, you know what I'm saying, I'm like everybody else, and the struggle is real. So I don't even think a lot of people are in a position to even save like that. Because, yeah, you might have it for a rainy day, but with money, to me, it's like if it's not being spent, it's not circulating, it's really not doing anything.
So would you say like 50-50?
Saving 50 and spending 50?
Yeah, like say if you got
Barely. Okay, the only thing I save for real is change. Like when I break a big bill or something like that, I'll save change. You know, so I guess that's a good thing. I guess that's from a kid. Like I don't know about y'all, but my mom had, you know, those gallons of water, and it has like the narrow net, and you flip it upside down into the machine.
Yeah.
Well, my mom used to have one of those, and we used to just try to fill it up with change. Mm-hmm. So, like, I don't know, it's kind of like a weird.
Like when you think of saving, that's
my concept of saving. You know, the little things that you would discard on a regular basis, like you in a rush, you drop a few pennies and dimes, you be like, and you keep it moving, but nah, that adds up.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Well, I guess that doesn't make sense because, I mean, everything adds up. I just know it's always bills to be paid, man. So saving is kind of like, I don't know.
I'll say, I mean, I don't know.
I definitely need to practice.
I wish I could save more.
Oh, I do too.
I wish I could save more than I spend, for sure.
I do too. All right, so
okay, I'll pick.
All right, yeah, you pick a number.
I'll pick 35.
35.
Yeah. For real, I didn't even really read those questions, so.
Oh, I already know the answer to this. Would you ever stay home to parent full time?
What's my answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I mean, yeah, I would. But I would also.
It depends on the situation.
Like, I don't know.
Well, you already work from home, so you.
Yeah, like
you know
that's just how I think it should be. Like, if you're a stay-at-home parent, then you should also be working from home. Like, that's just what you should be doing. And there's tons of ways to work from home.
Yeah.
Just look online, really.
Man, drop some gems. Tell them some things that, like some of the entities that you could make some money off of working online, just being at home with Wi-Fi.
You can always look for
like Upwork.
Yeah. So if you're actually, for real, I know that Upwork has such a broad range of things that you can be and like use on there. But what I use it for, like, I'm a graphic designer, so I'll get on there and there'll be people who be like, "Hey, I need an invitation made by next week. Can you do it?" And then you go and you accept the offer of what they're trying to pay you for it, and that's how you make money. So you just gotta do the work.
And it's a lot of different things you can do on there too. A lot of different contracts. Like they even have like IT contracts with people who like fix computers and stuff.
People who just want you to like say it's a doctor's office and they have 1,000 names that they need to put into a database or something, and they hire you on. You just go and put the stuff in, put it all in the database, and they pay you for it. I mean, it's really, there's ways. There's Upwork. There's Fiverr, I think it's one. But then, other than that, if you have a blog, like if you like to write and you like to share just anything about yourself, if you have products that you like to share, whatever, look into affiliate marketing because then you can definitely get paid off of that. So it's like, say if I'm selling glasses and I go and I put one of these glasses in this video from another company that's promoting their product, and then I'll get a percentage off of that. So that's one way for sure. If you want to work from home, it just takes like work. Yeah, like working from home don't mean, oh yeah, I get to sleep in. Working from home means you might gotta wake up earlier than you would if you had a job. Because you gotta work a little bit harder. You can't just show up somewhere and get that guaranteed check. You know what I mean? You gotta show up for yourself.
Definitely, it's a grind. It's a constant grind, and it's gonna be times where.
I heard you looking crazy, man. Sometimes.
I think it looks nice. Don't worry about it. Okay, so
it's my turn. Yep, pick a number.
24.
24. Alright. Describe your perfect dream date.
I don't know, I don't think about stuff like that.
What?
I don't think about stuff like that. Alright, let me put it like this. I don't think about like dream dates. I have more of like goals in mind.
Yeah.
Like eventually one day we have to like, I don't know, we gotta go somewhere. Like we've been talking about going to Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's as of now, that's probably my dream date for me and you, to be eating like street food in Thailand with flip flops on. You know what I'm saying? Looking real low key. Or like traveling and backpacking in some random forest.
Like I'm trying to think of what other places besides Thailand I would want to go.
I want to go to Africa.
But what part of Africa?
I don't know. I'm ignorant of Africa for real.
Yeah.
Like I don't know like a lot about Africa. I read, but I don't even believe half the stuff I read. I be having to lean into my own understanding. So, you know, like I always wonder what was Africa called before people started calling it Africa. Like they said America was called like Turtle Island or something like that.
Who said that?
I've read it. It was called Turtle Island.
Okay.
And I've heard this lady say it in a press conference.
Really?
Yeah. She was like, well, I don't know what kind of press conference it was, but she was being disrespected. And she went off on this white lady. That's some white lady. She went off on her. Yeah. Matter of fact, hold on.
We're gonna find it. This
Hold
is
on.
why.
I'm just gonna look up Turtle Island and see what comes up.
Okay, so I was doing some research. This is completely random, but this is stuff that's been on my mind all week. I've been doing research on like.
Wikipedia said North America.
Oh wow. Go back up. It says Turtle Island is the name of North America and South America, according to some indigenous groups. Oh, but what is it? Not the.
That makes me want to make something like that on Photoshop. That's pretty dope. Anyways.
Yeah, so I've been learning about the Aboriginal people in Australia, and if you ever get a chance to go look up what happened during World War II, go look it up. For real. Because it's just like, I don't know, they were like doing nuclear tests on islands and stuff, and it was spreading across the whole continent. They made it seem like they, from this documentary that I had watched, I forgot the name of it, but, I don't know, it was just real messed up.
Just real messed up.
It was real messed up. It was messed up. And I didn't know about that. I didn't know about a lot of that stuff.
It's one of those trigger movies where you watch and just be bad.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay, so are you going to answer the same questions? Like, what's your dream date? Like, what?
My dream date?
Because you're a girl. I know
like,
you don't think about stuff like that either, right?
I mean, you don't think about stuff like that?
I mean, I don't know.
Do. I'll be thinking about some dream dates.
I mean, you kind of hesitated. I didn't know.
A dream date. I'm a very, look here, you know, I will definitely settle for a 7-Eleven parking lot with a Slurpee and some Momo sauce and some chicken wings. That's a perfect date to me. Going outside, going to the
and that's so
going
true.
out in the backyard, like that type of stuff. Like, hey, come here, look, I set aside a blanket. Here's lunch. Yeah.
And I'd be all over it.
That's my go-to dream date. Because otherwise, I'm just like, I like going out to eat, but do you ever feel like you're spending too much? Like, I could have got a better experience at my crib with this.
You know what?
I'm just like,
I've always felt like that once I started cooking more. It's like when I started cooking more, and it was like, damn, how much was this meal? Damn, we just really sat here and just spent XYZ, and we could have went to the store and got all that.
Because I know we
made it 10 times better and had some people over.
Yeah.
You know?
I love having meals with people over. I was talking about that earlier. I love having meals.
Like, I think that's kind of our thing.
I really
We always randomly, like, got to bring more energy into the house.
Everybody done had tacos at my house. Everybody knows we eat tacos.
Big facts.
So.
And everybody loves our tacos with no meat. Yeah, with no meat. It's amazing. You wouldn't believe it till you had it.
I got in a couple. What was the stuff that we used to get? Meat. It's a.
You know what? Now that I think about that, man, that shit is re-rock. I'm really not cool with that no more.
Wait.
What you have to put in it? An egg and water?
Well, I mean, you had to put an egg in it, but.
Nah, I'm good.
I mean, that doesn't.
But at the time,
like
and you know what? It was the thought that counted. Because at the time, we were eating really bad, and.
Let me tell y'all, we used to eat like each one of us had like a steak like this big, and we had mashed potatoes. His neck hurt. That's why he looking like this. He did
something. I have a sore neck, man.
It's not to the neck. But yeah, we used to eat terrible. You can look back. Don't look back at my old Facebook pages. But yeah, my meals used to have heavy mac and cheese.
Heavy carbs.
Heavy carbs. Heavy like everything.
Big meat. Pause. Yeah. But yeah, it was all bad.
Pot roast. I love some pot roast though, but I just can't. I can't do it no more.
You know what? I'm proud though. We don't like, because back then it was like we go to the store and the cart would be like meats.
Yeah.
And then sides. You know what I mean? But now it's like we go to the store and it's like people probably be looking. At least some people we be with, like Ed. She was like,
She was like, y'all didn't get any type of meat.
Yeah, it was just like all veggies. You know?
I felt really proud at that moment too because it took a long. I remember we would go into Kroger and we would go straight back to the meat section, like go to the chicken section or whatever, get our packages of meat and like ham or whatever, ground up turkey and just all types of stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would definitely
like a food stamp cart.
Yeah, like a food stamp cart.
Yeah, bro. That's wild. I mean, you lost all that weight. I lost some weight because I got chunky at one point. At one point, I was like close to 300 pounds. It didn't look like it because I'm tall, but sheesh, I felt it, especially in my kneecaps.
I lost my questions.
They're still there.
Wait,
So you have to pick a number.
Okay, I'm gonna pick 65.
Wow.
I'm just never whatever it's gonna be. What is it?
When you look at a woman, what is the first thing you notice?
First off, I'm gonna notice whether or not if your butt is past a certain degree, if he gonna look. Because if so, I'm gonna keep looking.
That's so funny, man.
I'm gonna keep looking. Okay. Look, I'm trying to get thick.
Hey, funny story. I don't know if you remember, right? But remember we was in where were we? We were we were somewhere in PG County. And we was in
I
Marshalls.
remember where we were. She was, bruh, this girl was so thick. So thick. And she had on like this little, I don't know what she had on.
It was like a dress, but it looked like a pool gown. Like,
yeah.
It was like see-through. It was, I don't know, real provocative. It was like definitely sexy. But she was like, yeah.
I was like,
everybody was kind of, oh no.
Everybody was like, yo. Yo.
Hell yeah.
What's your number?
Let me go with 40.
40?
Yeah. Let's go with 40.
Alright. What? It's gonna be a list with this one. What is one thing that I do that makes you crazy?
Oh my God, bro.
There's a bunch.
It's not much. No, it's not. It's
There's
not
a
much.
bunch.
It's not much. Let me think.
See the Kem Trails shirt? I keep the dress.
Damn, let me see. I don't know. It's not much that you do that makes me crazy. Like, you wanna substitute that word and use like upset or
yeah, let's
or
do
like
upset.
that irritates me. Like,
yes. What do I do that upsets you?
when you ask me the same thing over and over again, but in different ways.
But I just need clarity.
Like, it be blowing the shit out of me.
Understanding when
like,
there ain't no more. He'll be looking for understanding when there ain't no more.
You be like, I don't know, it's like you just be wanting me to give you the same answer from different questions. Like, it'd be weird. I don't know, it's just weird. And it irritates me. I'd be like, I thought we went through this.
I do that a lot.
Yeah. I think that's like the only thing for real.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it? Like, out of all the things that I am, that's the only thing?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Everything else is like, I don't know, I think.
You can let it go?
Yeah. Like, I think anything else that irritates me, it would be something, it'll be either like super selfish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'd be like, damn, what? But it's like, you that shit yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it came from like learning things growing up and then having to unlearn and then relearn. Like, women aren't your slaves, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, real shit. Like, just think about it when you grow up. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? When you a boy and you grow up,
like we're seen as like
objects.
We're here for you.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? They even tell you when you growing up in your religion that you know what I'm saying? You come from his rib. Like, you here for him. Like, he was made and then they made your ass because he needed some company type shit. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just think.
What's up, y'all? Can y'all chat over here on Facebook? Anybody that's watching? What side is it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. If you could type right here. Let me tell y'all. We gotta upload the video of this. So we got this program, right, on our computers where we can, like, edit our YouTube stuff or whatever. You know when people are on YouTube, they're like, yeah, like and comment here. When you go to our YouTube page and you see our live stream on YouTube, you will see what I'm talking about. Because it's on there right now. But, yeah, we just playing around with this, and the video is just hilarious. Is it my turn or your turn?
I'll pick a number. Well, no, you pick another number.
Okay, let me pick. Let me pick 71.
Oh, okay. This is weird. Did you read these beforehand or something?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Yeah, that's real weird. How important do you believe organized religion is in a couple's relationship? And that's damn near where we just left off at.
I feel like if you're, I don't know, do what you want to do, honestly. I mean, were we ever, like, really religious? Because I don't ever remember us being, I don't know, I just feel like me and you were always like, hey, there's a higher power, but.
Nah, like, I think we always, like,
since I've known him. I mean, that's how I've.
Nah, we've always talked about.
Been off the path for a little bit now, but not.
We've always. Actually, nah, we ain't never really. I think we've always dealt into, like, history, and we would try to correlate, like, biblical stuff with history that we know is recorded. Because, like, you know, we always research stuff. So, I think when we couldn't find that parallel, because it's like a lot of it isn't, you know, a lot of it doesn't match up, and some of it does, but you just can't really find any, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I just.
But no, we never
thought
really.
That we would never really.
I don't know how. I don't know. I think organized religion can either help your relationship or it can kill your relationship for real.
Yeah, because there is a lot of people out here who still aren't having sex until they're married, and I think there's a lot of disappointment going on. You know what I mean?
I mean, and it's wild. It's like.
Could you ever do that though?
Huh?
Could you ever do that? Like not have sex with somebody until you marry them, and then when you marry them, it's like. Yeah.
I mean, I could. I think that person has to be like at a certain mental state. I think like when you're older, you can do that, but when you're younger, like you're still exploring yourself, you're exploring your sexuality, like you're exploring things you want to do. You know what I'm saying? With partners X, Y, Z, and some people just don't. I think preventative measures should always be, you know, should be the first thought when you decide to take that route of, you know, being sexually active. But I don't know, like I don't think I could.
I used to be like that, but I mean, I don't know.
I was never like that. My mom used to always like preach it to me, but I knew that shit was dead.
I mean, that was when I was young.
And it was crazy because, like, I don't know, man. And I think even when the parents preached it to us, they didn't do it.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're trying to coach us as a do as I say, not do as I do.
Wanting to get a promise ring, being like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get a promise ring and save myself for my husband." And then as I like got older, I was like,
not even 13. I was on it.
Oh, it's real. I hope your mother is watching.
It's true, and I know a lot of stuff. It's a lot of other people who was 13 who was on it, or at least thinking about it. Like, you know what I mean?
My mom just texted me. She said, "What is that tattoo on your right hand?" Because nobody see my tattoos on my hands. But I got this.
What does it mean? What are those? What does it mean though?
What does it mean? This means water. This is earth. This is ether. This is air. This is it. And then this one's fire. And I have the elephant. I'm about to be tatted, y'all. No, but mom, that's what it is. But yeah, I don't know. I just say let people do them because people do.
I just say lead with love and don't use the religion as a form of control on your wife.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, or your husband. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You gotta.
Lead with love. That is such a good thing, and I don't think people understand that. Like,
nah, that's real shit though. You really got.
We had a little issue. Well, I mean, we was kind of like just both being egotistical.
Oh, it's okay. Give me a kiss.
We was being real jerks to each other this past week at one point, and I was just like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, you know what? Just express to you.
This is stupid. Bring it in.
Yeah, this is stupid. Bring it in.
Bring it in. This is dumb.
That's what we.
Next time y'all mad at each other, just stop a mid-conversation. Be like, shut up! This is stupid! Bring it in. Just bring it in for a hug. That's all you gotta do.
That's it.
That's all you gotta do. Just diffuse the whole situation. Cook her food or something. Make her a sandwich, bro.
Always make her a sandwich.
Make her a toasted sandwich, bro. With the fresh veggies.
I always figured that I can always tell that you still love me if you're willing to fix me some food.
Even when I'm still mad?
Yeah.
Don't even say nothing to you. Just like give you your bowl and walk off. Take your steamed veggies and get out my face.
That's what he did to me, like, really. He wasn't talking to me, and he just came in there. He was like, you want some fried rice? I was like, are you ordering? He was like, no, from the house.
House fried rice.
House fried rice. I was like, yeah. He came in there and handed me my bowl.
Then about face on her ass. Keep it moving. It be like that sometimes, man. I don't know, it be something in the atmosphere, bro. Where couples just be falling out around the same time.
It's going crazy.
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Alright, next question. Pick another number. You seem to be picking out some good questions here.
I'll pick out 57.
57. Are you a pet person? If so, what kind of pet do you see yourself owning?
Okay, so listen, I used to be a pet person. Well, yeah, I used to be a pet person. I think I'm still a pet person, but you have to be able to maintain that pet.
Your pet in your life.
Yeah, you have to.
In that pet's life.
Yeah. And I'm really, I feel really guilty because I've had a bunch of pets over my life, and I've kind of just like, any opportunity, if they like get on my nerves or something, then I'll give them away.
Right.
But I just don't like doing that no more, so I'm fine with Raj.
Oh, true.
I'll get another cat. We're thinking about getting Sphinx.
Yeah, I'm definitely
it's going to be a little naked rat going around my house.
I've had dogs like my whole life. So
I had a bunch of dogs too.
When I was younger growing up, my dad had a schnauzer, and it was his cousin's. It was gray. His name was Max. And yeah, he stayed with us for a while. And then when I moved to Kentucky, and my real dad had some big ass dogs when I was younger. He had a house in New Carrollton, and he had like a Rottweiler, and he had like 2 English Mastiffs. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember their names, but I know the Rottweiler, his name was Gooch. That's all I remember. And he was just big. He was just big, son. Like, that's all I remember. He used to eat fireflies. That's all I remember.
Really?
Yeah, I was super young. I was real little. And I used to get bit up playing in the backyard because there was a fountain back there. Mm-hmm. And the mosquitoes used to tear me up. And then in high school, my stepmom, when I was down here in Kentucky, she what did she do? Remember when she told you about she bought an English Mastiff home named Baby? Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, we had that dog for a few years, and then it died. And then she got Zeus. He was another English Mastiff. He lived for about 6-7 years, and then he died. Then we had Tuxedo. I had Tuxedo for about 6 years, and
somebody said stop saying.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a habit. Yeah.
It's definitely a habit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's really a habit.
Yeah, but I definitely had a lot of dogs. I don't think I'm a dog person anymore. Big dogs, just too much, man. And I've had big dogs in apartments, and just too much.
I don't really have big dogs.
I like cats. Cats maintain themselves, man. For real. Especially if you can let your cat outside.
He loves cats now.
Bruh.
I used to love cats too, and then he got on it, and then it's just kind of
I never had a cat.
Excessive.
I never even liked cats. Cats was just always like, the animal that was loose in your streets, in your hood. Like,
I know,
street cats. That's all I ever knew was just alley cats and stuff.
I understand it.
None of my homies had cats that I knew of. Yeah.
Is that a stereotype? I mean, I know it is. Most white people really don't mess with cats.
Nah, they don't.
It's kind of a white person thing.
Yeah.
Like, when you think cat lady, you think of an old
white lady, yeah. Or old white guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
or like lonely
I
women.
like them.
I don't like too many of them.
I would give fish a try again.
I don't like fish. I don't like keeping up tanks.
Yeah, but if you put enough money into it, then the tank can kind of like upkeep itself.
Nah, I'm good.
But when you like working with
I mean, what kind of fish do you want? What kind of fish do you want?
I don't want.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, let that fish stay in the ocean, man. Unless you gonna get something dope like.
But you gonna get a cat?
Yeah.
What?
Because it's already too many cats out here. They can need homes.
Oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying?
And I think cats are therapeutic, bro. Like
they
my dog,
therapeutic.
My dog has always been therapeutic to me. He's always like, I don't know. Whenever I'm sad, he just always. It's like he knows. He's just always closer to me than usual.
Yeah.
But the cat, I don't know. It's just something about it. And then she brings me back, like, you know what I'm saying, gifts. That's dope.
That's dead animals.
Yeah, but just think about it's the thought that counts. She had to take time out her day to go kill something. Oh, for me. I mean, come on,
That's
man.
so true. I'm so mad.
She really
Her
like
punishment every time she brings us back a dead animal is that she has to get like thoroughly washed. Like,
yeah, bath.
A full bath. She hates baths.
Yeah,
but that's her punishment.
Yeah, definitely. Full bath. Nah, not for real. I'm always gentle. And at first, I was afraid that she would like. I was just so afraid of cats. I don't know.
The first time he was ever watching Raja, he was so.
I didn't know what to do.
This is Raja.
Anytime her little paw came out, I was like, oh! Nah, not even.
Something in my eye. It hurts.
But now, I don't know, it's different. She's pretty cool.
He's in love with her. I love her too, but yeah. We gave my cat away, so I'm just kind of hurt.
Nah, you gave your cat away. Don't lie. Don't put that on me.
We gave my cat away.
Okay, we both made a decision, but it was your idea. And I thought it would make you happy.
It was, because we were coming home and anybody
it was really
ever,
the dog.
I'm talking mainly to Tamisha and Phil right now, but look, if you come home and your cat has destroyed your trash, figure out which one it is for sure before you exile one of them. Because...
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought my cat was like tearing the trash open, but it was Tuxedo the whole time. He was plotting against him.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Okay, pick a number.
I'm gonna go with 7.
7. Oh, what's your definition of cheating?
Oh man. It's like nah.
What's your definition of cheating?
I don't know, man. I think it's levels to cheating. What do you think?
There's not levels to cheating.
Yes, it
Anything
is.
outside.
I think it's levels to cheating.
Really?
Yeah, because
what's
like
the levels of cheating?
You'd be mad if I text another girl, like, you know, on some, you know, interested type stuff. But it'd be worse if, like, you caught me in the act, like, actually with a woman in bed.
It's all the same.
Really? Wow. That's intense.
It's all the same.
Wow.
No,
really?
I don't really think it's all the same.
I'm going to say that's intense.
Like,
because, I mean, it could be a text message that really isn't provocative, but you would consider it provocative because women be on it. They'd be like, nah.
Anything else, I don't care. I mean, does that make me a jealous type?
You'd be like, hi. What you tell her hi for? Just tell her what you need to say. It's like, no.
There's no. Just get to the point. Just get to the point.
Yeah.
No. I don't take like, oh, hey, what's up? I don't take that as like cheating, you know.
So what do you consider cheating?
Like, I think if you...
Other than actual cheating, like...
No, I think there's levels to cheating too, but the number one, like, first base level is you entertain somebody through a phone conversation or like a text or something, you know what I mean?
So, I don't know, I think with women it's acceptable for certain people and then it's acceptable for some people it's not. Like, for example, right? How can I put this? Like, say if there was a girl you was comfortable with.
Yeah.
You wouldn't trip, like, if... I don't know, like, if me and her, like, had phone conversations and stuff, you probably look through the messages, yada yada yada. But if it was some random chick, you'd probably be like pissed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then again, I'm taking it out of context.
It's the content of the conversation. Because if you talking about like, I don't know, you wouldn't want me talking about no intimate stuff with no dude that's out here. And then you just be like...
Yeah, like if I went to your phone and was like, who is this? What does this say? Have you ever seen an Amazon make her butt clap? What? Right, I'd be pissed. You know what I'm saying? I'd be pissed. I'd be livid. Like, what?
What are you doing?
What you doing out here?
Who are you? You anything.
That's what you do? That's what you do?
Exactly what, that's what you do? This is what, okay. Pick another number.
Let's go with 30.
31? 31?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the person you respect most in life and why?
Is that for, damn, that's for me? Who's the person I respect most in life and why? Shit, I'm working on that being myself. For real. I feel like most of our life we always taught to look for other people to respect while we out here doing anything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What do you say on the Breakfast Club? You'll be your first and your last love. You know what I'm saying? So love yourself. You gotta love and respect yourself.
Why do you think it's so hard for people, and if anybody wants to comment in on this.
Are we not reading things?
No.
Hey, y'all feel free to comment too, man. Like, definitely chime in. Oh yeah, when I was younger, this goes back because I'm reading this comment that my mom put. I was really, really, really pressed to get some turtles when I was younger. And if you go to Court Days, that's where we got our turtles from. And yeah, they got big as hell. Really?
They went from like this big to being like this.
Yeah. So the question is, will they keep growing if you get bigger tanks? Because I heard reptiles only get as big as their atmosphere. So if you keep them in a small tank, they're not gonna. Yeah, you just got. I mean, that's what we kept doing. We switched it from. They went from these little plastic things, and then we got a bigger thing, and we went to like a full fish tank, and that thing stunk so bad. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't do all that. You don't do the nasty water? I don't do nothing. I gotta, like dogs, you take them outside. You know what I'm saying? They do their thing. You wash them. Yeah. They clip their nails. They straight. You know what I mean? Unless you just gotta. I don't know. I had a thing about adopting dogs. I wouldn't adopt a dog that was older than maybe 8 months, maybe 6. I want them fresh. I want my pets fresh because I feel like otherwise other people have tamed them. Like we got a dog. Nah, I mean not necessarily, man. I think a lot of dogs from shelters. I think you got to do a thorough job in picking your dog. Don't just go to the shelter and be like, oh look. He's all white. I always wanted an all white dog, and then you bring home Lucifer. Like, no, you can't do that. Like, you can't do that at all. Like, that's not the move. Don't always go for the one that's pretty. Yeah, no, you got to go to the one that's compatible for you. You read their information. You take them to the little training area, interact. Like, yeah. Because I never thought that. I was always, oh, that's the cutest one. Let me get that one. Nah, never. Come home and then that animal is a fucking Satan. Never. I've never done that. Yeah. My last dog, I spent an hour and a half with that litter just interacting because I knew I was going to get one that day. And yeah, I don't want to be one of those animal owners or a person that goes to a breeder and that's like, you go get a dog and then you take it back home and I don't know, and then you're contacting the breeder like, yeah, I don't think this is going to work, yada yada yada. Yeah. Like when you didn't take time initially to even get to know it, yeah. Or to see which one of the dogs out of the litter loved you the most. Because it's always that one animal out the litter that's going to interact with you more than the rest of them will. Mm-hmm. And he might do that with everybody, but I mean, Did we do that the first time we went and got the cats? Yeah. Yeah, we was in there for a minute. Oh, but I know it's rude. But you knew which one you wanted because she was the pretty one. You was like, yeah, she's coming home with me regardless. But she was the most loving one, too. She was really loving, but she ended up I don't think she was that bad. She was just like a rebel. I wish we still had her for real.
She was.
That's why I wanted to get that one kitten the other day because it reminded me of her.
Her name was Rue, and she was so pretty and so loving.
And she was little.
Yeah, she was the littlest one, but I wish I would have kept her. But it's just too much. Having that many cats is just a lot.
And you know, we really didn't. We liked Raja, but we didn't fall in love with her until once we got a yard.
Was younger, I accidentally burned her whisker off.
Oh my goodness!
I did. He was so mad at me. He was like, "What are you even doing? Why would you even do that to her?"
That's like, bruh, like who does that, bruh?
Me too. I didn't think she was even gonna get that close to the lighter. I was sitting there I was like, with it. She was like, her whisper said, all up on her face.
Singed up, she said. Like, yo, what is she doing? Oh no, baby.
Pick another number.
Oh no, baby. What is she doing? All right, I'm gonna go with 10.
10.
Yeah.
What's your ideal climate for establishing a permanent home?
Something where it's like 80 degrees all year round.
Would you live in
St. Thomas? Yes.
Yeah, I would live in St. Thomas. That's my go-to spot.
I moved to St. Thomas in a heartbeat.
Me too. I would literally sell everything I have and move to St. Thomas.
Well,
I feel
actually,
like it's gonna happen at one time in our lives, but it would probably be when Audrey's older.
Actually,
yeah, we're moving.
I would move. I don't know. Wherever I move, it would be somewhere where my dollar is going to stretch like 3 times the amount it would here in America. I definitely did. My apologies. But yeah, I would move somewhere where the dollar's going to stretch. That's what I would do, personally.
Yeah, that would be my...
Somewhere where I ain't got to worry about no retirement money because all the money that I've made, I just don't live off that.
What do you think about what I'm going to look like when I'm older? What I'm going to feel like when I'm older? Where I'm going to be?
Everywhere. I'll be everywhere, guys.
Dogs are like kids, and unless you're ready to make that commitment, I wouldn't get one. That's why I don't have one. But you got cats. Let me tell you, when we got dogs, we went through 6 dogs within 2 months.
What? How does that happen? What y'all selling them?
No,
to the Chinese store?
No, we wasn't selling to the Chinese store.
Making a quick buck?
No, we had to find other people to give them to or give them back to their owners because I used to have a dog. He was a Pomeranian. His name was Kobe. Kobe Bryant. Yeah. Yeah, like Kobe Bryant.
We couldn't have been friends.
Oh, that was his name. But yeah, then we had some different ones, and it was just all different types of dogs. One of them dug up our backyard, all types of stuff. But
next question. All right, you pick one. You pick a few.
Let me see. Let's pick 33.
Can you actually keep a secret, or is it tough for you to keep your mouth shut?
No, I can keep a secret, but I don't know. I can keep a secret.
Just depends on the secret.
But if people out here telling my secrets, then I'm gonna tell you your secrets. I don't know. That's just how. I don't know. Like a coda, you my homie, you know. I know your secrets.
Oh, so you be on some eye for eye type shit.
I mean, if you do me wrong, you do me wrong. Yeah. I try not to be that way. I know it's bad.
At least you're honest.
But that's just how I see it. I've always. I mean, I don't know. That's what we grow up learning. Eye for an eye.
True. You get hit, you hit back.
Yeah, that's just what we learn.
I feel you.
I don't know. Okay, pick 23.
23.
Yeah.
What animals do you like and not like?
I think I like animals more than people sometimes, honestly.
Right.
And even though I'm scared of some animals, I have to understand that, they can smell the fear. They can literally smell the fear. So I just try not to even be scared. I'm more observant of animals. I like insects a lot right now. I like bees and I like wasps. I just like watching them and seeing how they react to me. And if I'm calm, then they'll just
right. Do their thing.
Around,
yeah.
do their thing, and all that. But I don't know, I just like observing stuff like that. Other animals, I like sea animals. I've never seen a dolphin. That's one thing I would
Me
like to
neither.
see.
Would you swim with a dolphin?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. I was trying to think if I've seen a dolphin with you, but I haven't seen a dolphin.
I've seen no dolphin with me. We ain't been nowhere to see no dolphin.
That was vacation with my family when I had seen them. They was like out on the water. It was Daytona Beach.
Oh yeah.
And it was out there. But we were in a hotel, so that's how. I haven't been in a hotel with you.
Okay. All right. You gonna pick another one?
Pick 35.
35. I think you already picked that one. Would you ever stay home to parent full time? I think you already picked that one. I'm gonna just ask you something.
Okay.
How did you learn what it meant to be a man or a woman?
What'd you say?
I don't know which one I picked. How did you learn what it meant to be a woman?
I learned what it meant to be a woman by just taking in my experiences. I think hearing you say all the time like women are better than men. I think that because sometimes I'll be like intentionally, not really intentionally mean, but you know, like that get back attitude. Like if you was like hurt my feelings or whatever, then I'm gonna hurt your feelings back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to say that all the time, but yeah, whatever. Y'all get over it. But I think that I came into an understanding of what it meant to be a woman when I was going through my certain experiences. And I think women, well, I know me personally, I have like an issue with like menstrual, and that's a part of being a woman. So I didn't fully like embrace that. But when you really embrace your cycle and your time of the month, wherever you're going through it, stuff like that, it makes it so much easier. It really does. Because when you embrace like the feminine
looking
side,
at it as a
like
an issue and look at it as like, okay, this is something that's happening.
Yeah.
Educate yourself. Figure out how you can make this part of your life a little bit easier. I definitely understand that. Yeah.
Because when you're like, why is this happening to me? This happens to me every single month, and you're like dreading it. I mean, you know that your period comes every single month, so why not understand that that's when your womb is emptying itself out? Like, I don't know. That's just one thing.
Right.
A part of it. But
yeah. Let's see.
Yep, it's just us two tonight. We, if y'all ever want to come on here, then just let us know. It's every Wednesday. We normally eat beforehand, then, yeah.
Yeah, just
you can come through.
get it cracking. It ain't nothing special, you know what I'm saying?
We just like talking. Somebody said that we should start a podcast and start a live feed that we just answer questions and all that. So that's what we do.
All right, so here, you ask me a few now. We'll switch it up.
All right. If your friend was cheating on their spouse, do you think you should tell their partner?
Damn, I think it depends on who your loyalty lies with.
I think that too. Because look, that's a big thing.
I
like
think
who you met first and out of the relationship.
I don't even think it's who you met first. I think it's just who your loyalty lies with. Because I've met people that I've met through other people, but I bang with them more than I bang with the people that introduced us. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it just depends on who your loyalty lies with. You know what I'm saying? That's life.
I've seen it happen before, and I felt really bad about it. Like, that I just even knew it was going on.
I mean, I be feeling bad too, but at the same time, like, I have to understand that I can't dwell on another man's actions. Like,
yeah,
I can always lend my advice and, you know, how I feel about what they're doing. And in one sense, they don't care, and in one sense, they don't give them. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, it is what it is. Like, I think you should always let your opinion know.
After I asked you out the first time, did you consider saying no? Tell him how I tricked that, babe.
Huh?
I gave him the weakest church hurt when I met him.
Hold on, what?
Whenever
What was the question? What was the question?
It said, after I asked you out for the first time, did you consider saying no? So, for example...
Oh, so after the first time we met...
saying that we was going to
Oh,
a
yeah.
tattoo party.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, yeah, tell him something.
All right, okay, I'll tell you the story. All right, so... All right, yeah, this is what happened. And this is so funny, too. This is so funny how all this turned out. And when I look back, when we talk about this all the time, we just be cracking up. All right, so I'm fresh out of a relationship, right? But the whole time, I got pink eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got pink eye. I've been missing work. I couldn't go to the shop to tattoo. The shop is thinking that, you know, I'm tattooing elsewhere or whatever. I don't know what they think. But pretty much, after like 2 weeks, I'm finally, you know, a little better. I'm getting ready to go in. At the time, me and my roommate, we both worked at the shop. So we was riding in together. We get to the shop. I forget something at the house. So I drop him off, run back down the street to the house. Then I get a call. So I'm fired. Pretty much, right? So I'm like, damn, I'm fired. What up? I wasn't even tripping because, you know, I can go to another shop or whatever. Hustle, whatever it need be. So I end up talking to her. And I'm telling her what's going on. And she don't even care. She like, all right, meet me at the mall. So
that's where I worked. I was like, all right, you fired.
She was like,
see me.
all right, come see me at the mall. I'm like, all right, say less. I pull up. First, I stop home, freshen up a little bit more. I got pink eye, so I'm like, my eyes still look a little messed up. Let me put some shades on, you know what I'm saying? I'm all, you know what I mean? So I still go. And we walk around the mall, we talk, laugh, whatever.
This was when they were doing the construction on the middle of the mall right there. Like, Sears was all getting ready to be torn down and stuff.
Yeah, they had just got everything out of Sears or whatever. So we was walking, and then by the time it was time for her to go to work and clock in, and I was going to leave, she gave me like this weak-ass church hug, and I'm like, oh, she
did it like this.
She hit me with a joint where it was like, nah, not even that long. That was too long. It was more like a, nice to meet you. I'm like, oh, nah. What is this? I was like, she either like a really good girl or like she really just curved me, so.
Okay, so then after that, right, I go to work, and he done left. He done left me, whatever. I'm like, I gotta talk to him. I gotta see him again. So I call our mutual friend, Ron. Why did I call him? I texted him. I was like, hey, see what Boogie be doing tonight, and invite him over to T's house.
Yeah, but they set me up. They try to make it like, oh, yeah, you want to throw a tattoo party, bruh? And, you know, I just got fired, so I'm like, shit, yeah, let's do it. I'm all about the chicken. Let's get it in. Yeah. Next thing you know, he calls me. He's like, yeah, bro, it's not even a tattoo party. I just got some people over here, and we just kicking it. But, yeah, you should definitely pull up. So at this point, I'm kind of mad because I done, you know, pack my stuff up, think I'm getting ready to make this money, yada, yada, yada. So then I'm like, all right, whatever. It's still my man's. I'm going to pull up. And yeah, from there we just been clicking ever since. Y'all had dresses on and stuff. Y'all was all flying and everything. You remember? Yeah, y'all was dressed up. Y'all cooked dinner.
Oh yeah, we did cook dinner for him.
It was cool. It was cool.
Had fettuccine alfredo with shrimp. It was
yeah, you definitely
with some
definitely wrote me
drinks.
in. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was definitely good.
Yeah. We met off grilled chicken.
Good times.
Now we're here. Man.
All right, next question.
Next question.
I got a question. Do you... Oh, no.
What? About what?
Nah, wrong question. What? Because I was going to ask them, but I don't know. What's your greatest fear?
Not living up to the person that I see in myself, like in my head, that I feel like I am.
True.
But I'm just not there yet.
Not reaching like the potential you see in yourself. Yeah. I think that's probably my greatest fear too.
Yeah, for sure.
And probably dying a painful death.
I don't really care about dying. I mean,
I don't want to die a painful way.
I mean, but pain gonna be over. Like,
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Nah, it's levels.
I mean, yeah.
It's levels to that shit. It be people
I mean, if somebody's torturing you, yeah.
Nah, bro. It be people who get in car accidents and they be jacked up for like, you know what I'm saying, a certain time, and then they just.
If I'm ever like really messed up, well, actually, I don't even really know if I would. Would you want me to like take you off life support?
Yeah, bro. Just.
Because I probably wouldn't do that.
Just log me out, son.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Just log me out. Like, what I'm gonna do? What you gonna rack up some bills and I'm gonna just be growing facial hair, getting old, and I'm gonna just be old, getting facial hair. Like, nah, cuz that ain't even me no more.
He was like in a coma. Well, he was in a coma. If I was in a coma, would you put a plug on me?
I don't know. That's a tough decision. I would have to be convinced.
You trip over it.
Huh? You said I trip over it?
You trip over the plug.
Oh, nah, bro. That'd be a tough pill to swallow. That'd be a tough pill to swallow.
I don't know. Do you want to be buried in the ground, or do you want to be like
cremated? I want to be buried. Get me back to the earth.
Yeah, I want to be buried too. I want to be turned into like a tree.
I don't want my energy to just be anywhere.
Or just take me and like sprinkle me out the backyard or something. I don't know.
I mean,
I feel like being buried. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's creative ways to do it, but I don't know. It's in my greatest fear is divorce.
That's a word.
Man. Do you fear divorce?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Why? You think I won't love you?
Nah.
You think I'm gonna get tired of you?
Nah. I don't think my. Well, it's not my greatest fear, but I don't think I fear divorce. I fear you being more happy with somebody else, even though that's selfish. But nah. Fuck that,
What?
Nah. Nah. That'd be the hardest pill to swallow. Like if a man that correcting his mistakes when he has the moment.
Yeah.
And then you losing that person.
Yeah.
And then you know what I'm saying, you see that person happy with somebody else. That's probably a real tough pill to swallow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. I'm good on that. Because then you gotta be jerks to each other, and then you gotta make each other life hard for a minute until time go by, and then grow out of it, and then just accept your mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I know I gotta stop saying you know what I'm saying, but I be feeling like I'm just talking to her.
It's work.
I forget
practice it. That's how we get better.
Definitely.
Because it just, I mean, whenever
you have to be you gotta be aware of.
My mom said my greatest fear is dying from Alzheimer's. Look, if you don't want to die from Alzheimer's, you better stop using aluminum foil and stuff like that. That's aiding that in your body. You can look up all
and healthy diets
on stuff to prevent Alzheimer's.
Healthy diets.
Yeah, that's a part of it. Ooh, we gotta put a link to. It's not dying. All my stuff is put on my battery save because my batteries die. Ridiculous. Put them on my phone and my laptop constantly, but.
Oh my god. All right, what keeps you going day to day?
What keeps me going day to day? What keeps me going day to day is my family and being able to provide for you all in the future. Like, and not just on some basic level type stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think about stuff like in order for us to get where we want to go, and like for us to be able to like have other siblings for Aubrey and like have a bigger house and all that stuff. Like we're in the process of getting there right now, and that's what keeps me going. Like I gotta get it, otherwise I'm gonna be repeating the same stuff every day in a life that I'm supposed to grow out of.
Right.
What about you?
I don't know. I don't really. I think it's just what keeps me going day to day is that I'm alive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of stuff that we do, I don't want to do this shit. It's just a part of life. You know what I mean? It's just what we do.
Yeah.
It's just what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know. I don't know. I can't think of it objectively like that because it's like, what keeps me going? Something that'll keep me going, day to day now. I don't want to make that my motivation because nothing is forever. That'll be gone at one point in time. And then if you put your all into that, you know what I mean? I just try to keep a balance. You know what I mean? I think the grind of being an entrepreneur definitely makes me like wake up early and stay up late. Because like what I do, it's really not work for real for me. It's something I love. It's
something you achieving for yourself. So that you're making yourself better.
Yeah, I couldn't work this hard for like Bath and Body Works or you know what I mean. I can't.
Waking up and doing yoga stretches in the morning for Bath and Body Works.
Yeah, I can't. It takes a lot out of me. I think it kills me to do that.
Yeah.
And I don't do it for long, and I always get back to the grind of working for myself.
So if you didn't have to wake up and like make money every single day,
what would I do?
That's how I feel. I feel like every single day I have to wake up and just keep going from yesterday on trying to get money.
Yeah.
Like whether you go into a job, whether you're working from home, whatever you're doing, like you have to have that in order to live. So that's just what I do.
True.
If I wasn't doing that, if I didn't have to do that, I would be way healthier.
Would too.
I would focus way more on my health.
I think I would. If we didn't need money, I don't know what I'd be doing. To tell you the truth, that always just seems like a fantasy that I rarely entertain. You know what I mean? Like
it's okay to entertain fantasy.
Definitely. I rarely entertain that though. I mean, I think I travel. I definitely travel more. Mm-hmm. I would try to. I don't know.
I don't think I would have a house. Like, I wouldn't have.
You would just go to different places,
and
I would experience different cultures, and
like be about the land and like really travel. Like never stay in one spot because I feel like you get the most experience.
Specialize in the earth.
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
Yeah, I would really do that.
That would be fun, honestly. To be like a nomad, just go. People in different part of the world make legends about you. You know what I mean? You taking information from one place and taking it to another. That'd be pretty dope.
Do you believe in reincarnation or an afterlife? I believe in reincarnation. Heavy.
I don't. As far as the afterlife, like people walking on streets of gold and you meeting all your family members and all that type of. Nah, I don't believe in that at all. Reincarnation, it makes sense in a way, but I don't know. Like I don't know. I think because when I think of the afterlife, I think of it in terms of like what I would see from these eyes. You know what I mean? That's the only perspective I can really think about it as. Yeah. It's being, flesh and matter.
So where do you think you go whenever you dream?
I don't know. That's a good question.
If anybody can provide us.
I don't know where you go when you're dreaming, but
inside.
I don't think I don't believe in the afterlife. Because if you're really walking around in heaven, if there's streets of gold or whatever, or, God has many mansions or whatever, then why are you leaving your body down here to decay if there's matter up there? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't believe in that.
I believe in.
I think your energy goes back to what it was before you were born. When you ask people, "Oh, do you remember what it was like before you were born?" When you think about it, you think of just absence, like a black room.
Yeah, I think that's because we don't really tap into that. But I think if somebody, I definitely believe that there's people here who are able to tap into either their previous lives or like
That's
them
probably
being
what dreams
born.
are.
I don't know. I just think
It's
I
when you're
really like
dreaming,
a
it's
lot of
probably
that.
you tapping into like, you know, some energy or some consciousness, and you know, you're going. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Those are good questions, though.
I think that reincarnation. You know how we all have like different life lessons that we're supposed to learn. We can learn them from each other. We can learn them from the people that we come across. You know, and just all types of stuff. I think that you keep reincarnating. Not saying you necessarily will stop because I think everything is always forever, so you'll keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that you take on multiple roles. Say maybe in my last life I was like a man or something, some native man, and I, you know, had a lesson to learn there. And then when I died in that life and I came to this one, and I struggle with like men issues and all types of, you know, just it'll pop up in different ways in your life. Whether you have issues with like children or having children, something in your past life, maybe that's something you didn't fully grow from. You're supposed to grow from in this life. That's what I think. Like,
oh, true. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that makes sense
that's
too.
just what I think, though.
Right.
That's
I mean,
just from like studying and stuff. So.
yeah, I think your energy definitely just goes back to the earth, man. And
My dad said, "I think your spirit leaves your body." I think that too. Well, I know that for sure because. Do you think that like we all one consciousness?
yeah,
like for sure.
Facts.
Like when we all get out of these bodies, we're just one thing.
Facts. And I think we're all one conscious. I think we're all one consciousness of this organism called the Earth. We're all offspring of this one mother that we fail to acknowledge and that we treat like shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this one, we're giving praise to everything else, but I think the one thing you can truly say is like damn near divine is like the Earth. Like you don't know how long it's been here. You don't know. Like you know how we was talking the other day, and I was like, it was probably a bunch of different ages of technology.
Yeah,
but you wouldn't know. You don't know how long this planet has been here or how long this universe has been here. But one thing we do know is that it moves in a specific order to where it doesn't care about how we feel about it, or it has a certain order of operation to where it doesn't change. You know what I mean? Or if it does change, we don't live long enough to see it. But like nature and rain and stuff like that, and storms and I don't know, just nature, man. How the earth, you could scorch it, but eventually it'll grow back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it'll grow back.
You know, so that's just how I look at it. Like the earth, like for example, those tests where they showed monkeys how to use a certain utensil or how to do a certain technique to eat a certain fruit, and monkeys on a whole nother side of the planet started using that exact same technique without having contact with the monkeys that they initially taught. That's because we're all connected. How like you can think about somebody and you'll feel something and then something will happen to them. Mm-hmm. Not saying that you did it, but or like women's intuition. Yeah. That's why I think women are better than men. Like I think women have been in existence longer than men. I think men are offspring or mutated offspring of women. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got nipples, but I can't feed nobody with these. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They say like a penis is a concave or a convex clitoris. You know what I'm saying? And the ovaries are pretty much dropped down in the testicles. I don't know, like, but that's what makes sense to me. Like,
I understand all of that, but
I just feel like that's why women are so great though. Like, a women's intuition, women like just know stuff.
In a past life or something, like.
Well, we're all born women until we turn to men.
Well, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like.
Okay, do you think this is a question that if y'all can comment on there and answer it? Do you think that the baby lies within the egg or the sperm?
I don't know, man. I said, I don't know. All I know is it takes a combination of both to make it happen.
Yeah.
Regardless of, I know women, they have like all the eggs they ever need throughout their whole life in their body already. So like, I think it's just up to the body, your body and my body your body and what comes from me to determine and choose which one of those eggs.
I wonder how many kids a woman could have.
At once?
No, I'm saying throughout her life.
You probably can have a child, one child a year, probably. I don't know, bruh.
So woman's God.
Big facts. Big facts. Women are, man, it's crazy, and that's why they always say men are so dumb. It's not that we're dumb, it's just that y'all fucking smart. Like, women just smart, bruh. Like, women just smart. Women thrive in this country. I mean, well, they like the most intelligent and the, less appreciated. It's like whenever men got their hands on society, it's like we turned it against y'all.
I feel like the way that men treat women is the way that the world treats black people. Like, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, big facts. You know what? And I'm gonna add to that. They'll have a black man be president for a white woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, women, I think when everybody learns to embrace their feminine side, even men, I think, and that's not saying, that whole
flamboyant.
whole.
That's not what that means.
Yeah, that whole like spill. We saying.
Big facts. Big facts.
Yeah.
K. Nell said the first lie told was that women are responsible for the fall of man. Man, that's so wild, man. And ever since then, we just been marginalizing women. But I don't even think that even comes out of like our culture.
No, I see that all in cycles because I feel like whenever women are really when it's like a matriarch system, whenever we have that, then there's going to be a fall of that, and it's going to be patriarchal, and it's going to be men, and then it's going to fall, and then it's going to be women, and that's just how it keeps going.
Right.
That's how literally how it
cycles. Yeah, definitely. I feel that.
How many kids do you want, if any? We got Avi.
I probably want like one or two with you.
Maybe
those. It just depends. Because, a lot of people be like, oh, they wanted a boy, so they just kept trying to end up with 5 kids. Nah. And that's crazy because I ain't never... And you know what? Like, when I changed my pattern of thinking, I only wanted a boy so he could play sports. And I think a lot of black men see that.
Yeah.
They just want a boy so their progeny will go out and accomplish what they didn't do on the field or on the basketball court.
Rep the last name.
And I ain't trying to make
my son to be a bookworm, honestly.
I'm happy I had a daughter because I feel like little girls, when they grow up, they be way smarter than little boys. They be making little boys look retarded. For real. Little girls, they just be smart. Especially if you like having conversations with them and not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a difference. You can see a difference in those kids and the kids who are like
who's
babied and it's a big difference.
Yeah. A lot of people always tell us, they're like, Aubrey just seems...
Oh, my man said he's shooting the club up. He didn't stop him.
What? That boy. Stop. Would you prefer a boy over a girl?
No.
I just wanted to look like you.
He gonna be, we don't need no light-skinned bug out here. Little yellow bug running around. Looking like Mowgli. Mowgli with dreads.
Yeah.
Nah. I'm not opposed to it, though.
When you get older, the amount of eggs a woman has go down. That's very true, Mom. That's very true.
Yeah.
Your dad said, I can tell you what I think. I think the ovaries and sperm are... Strongest magnet. Okay, so look, here's the thing about the strongest magnet, right? So, I've been reading on Ayurvedic. I don't know if I'm saying that right, honestly, but I just, it's like Ayurveda. But it's like the Vata, the Pitta, and the Kapha. And this is stuff that I picked up from Melissa Carter and stuff that she studies. But whenever a child is conceived, it takes the properties from each parent and whichever characteristics are highest from each parent is what makes the child. So
if the parents are dickhead, then the kids will be a dickhead.
Well, it just depends on. Well, the those three things, it works with different parts of your body, like the water properties and like how you react to things and if you're emotional or not. And,
True.
You know, stuff like that. But whichever things are highest in both parents, then that's what comes out in the child.
Oh, true.
So
that's interesting.
Yeah, we can always. I don't know.
Oh yeah, everybody, these shirts, we definitely made these. Yes, I do tattoos and
this pretty little Kem Trails shirt we got here. Look here, if you want one of these and you want this net stuff on there, you have to let me know about the netting because this stuff took a while. Okay.
Took a minute.
My mom said I want 3 grandkids from y'all. Well, Aubrey's one.
Woo! That's intense.
That is a lot to be coming out of this here body.
I would have to be making at least.
I'm terrified of birth.
Down here.
I'm not really terrified of birth, but it's just like
it was fun for me.
I mean,
I know, right? That's so messed up. I was in there taking pictures, getting it in.
Yeah, no.
We was cracking jokes. We was cracking jokes. Yeah, man. You know, so let's ask a few more questions before we wrap this up. It's been going on an hour and a half. How long can we stay live anyway?
Probably like 2 hours.
Well, we're just going to keep it running. See, we're going to test this out.
In what circumstances... Okay, in what circumstances do you think it's okay to fib? I think it's okay to fib about things like if I turned on...
Nah, man, that ain't cool.
If I turned on and turned off the thermostat.
That is not cool, yo. That's not cool.
Your dad said, when will you guys have your first child? I
don't know, cuz.
We just try to like be good people and let life work it out and stuff.
When it happens, it happens.
When it happens, it happens. We got no plan.
Yeah, when it happens, it happens.
People try to be. I mean, realistically, I want to be like, oh, whenever I'm financially ready, but I don't think
that may never happen.
Like
that's not how it works. We don't even know when we'll be financially ready.
Yeah.
But when it happens,
I think it's when life just comes at you, and
I think it'd be cool for us to have a little JR running around. Because, I mean, right now with Aubrey, she just comes over. Well, this summer, she just kind of comes over when she pleases. Like, she just calls and she's like, yeah, what y'all doing? All right, I'm about to come over.
Yeah. She's getting to that age where she always wants to play with, like, other kids. And when
we don't have any other kids over here. She just doesn't.
And she is completely uninterested in that.
No matter like, all of the gadgets, toys, it's just not the same. She needs that child interaction. She wants to run around, play tag in the yard.
And we asked Aubrey, we were like, do you want a little brother? And she was like, yeah. I was like, why? She said, so that she could boss him around.
Yeah, that's weird.
She just wants a minion. She just wants a little minion.
That's so weird, man. But yeah, I think she's going to be like, when we have a kid, it's going to be like me and my sister Cameron.
That's so far apart. No.
I just think that's what it's going to be.
No, probably.
I just think that's just what it's going to be.
Probably going to be like 10 in like 5 years, y'all.
Yeah.
5.
Alright, so you got another one?
How would you respond if one of us was offered a job that required a lot of traveling? We already did that one. Shit.
We don't get tired.
Listen.
Is there going to be a problem cutting the check? If not, we in there. Do you got a problem if I had a +1 to my reservation? What you mean?
No.
We do this. We be the type somebody hit us and we just, especially when we had the rental, we gone.
When was the first time you knew you loved me?
Oh, first time I knew I loved you. Whole time, all right, this is weird, and I ain't never put this out here, but I told you before. So, like, one day I was on Instagram, and I had came across your page, and I was just kind of looking through your page, and it was just 2 pictures. It was just like, and it was like when I looked at those pictures, it was like I already had a life with you. It was like a That's So Raven type of, you know what I'm saying? It was like, and I just always remembered like looking at her, and it was like, man, what if, I don't know, it was weird. I can't even tell you, it wasn't even like a specific question. It was just like a lifespan of memories that didn't even exist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But the first time I knew I loved you, damn. First time I knew I loved you, or actually the first time I knew we were compatible was when you came over and you were showing me all your work on Photoshop, and we were just pretty much vibing out.
You made me potato soup.
Yeah, I made you that legendary potato soup. Yeah, that's called the Bag'em potato soup.
The Bag'em potato soup.
Yeah, because she was in the
you
bag.
fed that potato soup too.
Just you, boo.
You was lying.
Yeah, just you and like one other girl. Just one. Just one.
Who was it? Oh. Trash. Well, you know that you done had that potato soup. Yep, I bet you.
Yeah, that's funny.
But
yeah, I definitely I don't know, like I can't say. I don't know, man, because when we first met, we kicked it for like a month straight.
we did.
We kicked it for like a month straight, like
my
heavy.
mom thought I was at one of my girlfriends named Lauren.
Oh, because my name is Lauren.
Yeah. You remember that, Mom? If you're watching.
We just kicked it for like a month straight, and
Where
we was like, we was just working. We was creating stuff on Photoshop. We was painting. We really thought we was gonna be rich like that summer. Like we just motivated each other like so much, and our art and our mindset just complemented each other. You know, not to mention we both were like harboring like a lot of personal issues that I think we helped each other get through.
For sure. And
it made us healthier, like mentally and physically. You know?
Yeah. A whole lot.
A lot of personal stuff we was going through. Yeah. But anyways, you got another one?
Another question. Describe the way I smell.
Glitter.
Smell like glitter?
Glitter.
Yes. Let me see.
Nah, man. Like, all right. Let me tell you.
You were really gonna describe how I smell? Smell?
Yeah, you do have a smell. It's like a sweet. I don't know, but it's mainly like I can't describe your natural smell, but I can always describe like the smell that always catches me. Like when you get out the shower and like you put the oil on and like you walk by with your towel, and I'm like, damn, and it's like the smell just kind of whips my head all the way like this way. How you doing?
Yeah, them oils.
Them oils.
Them oils. Let's see. What questions you got in your head? Do you have any outstanding debts? Let me tell y'all. I went to
art school.
Yeah, I went to art school. If you want to know how to get some debt up, go to an art school. Let me tell you. Sheesh. They still call me about that.
Next question.
Let's see. Are you friends with any of your exes?
I was.
Okay.
All right. Actually, no. I have a friend that's my ex that we still cool. We don't talk like that, but when I see her, I speak. You know who I'm talking about? Remember, we always run into them, or we ran into her dude
we do
at the Dollar Tree. Yeah.
But that's like whatever.
But that was from high school though, so you know what I'm saying. That really don't. You know what I'm saying? What would you guys say? I cut you off.
I don't know. It's from high school. I mean, you was out of high school a long time ago.
Yeah, man. I just know people and I tattoo people, so it's like these people have lives. They got.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got lives. It's not. It ain't nothing like that.
Oh yeah. the first thing you notice when you look at a woman?
We already answered that.
You did?
Oh, I didn't? Oh, kill.
No, you did not.
The first thing I notice when I look at a woman is probably her frame. It's the first thing I notice. Second thing I notice.
If the ass is fat or not?
No, is if she got a ring on her finger.
Oh,
That's
really?
the second thing I noticed, yeah. Because, like, do you ever, like, look at people and then you have, like, this whole perception of what their life could possibly be? I'm weird. I be in the grocery store and I see people and I be like, oh, firefighter, oh, secretary.
Yeah.
It don't even be real. It just be some shit I do. Like, you know what I mean? It don't even be real. It's just, I don't know. It's just how I don't know. It's just how I take in information about people. Like, I look at things and I absorb. Yeah, I observe people. Like,
what's that chord?
You know. Oh, somebody with them. You know.
Yeah.
Is she in her work outfit or I don't know. Like, oh, what her hair look like? Is it natural? She got long locks. You know, just little shit like that.
You are very observant.
Yeah, I'm very observant. I'm the one who showed you always be peeping your surroundings, like.
Yeah, that is true. Because I definitely used to just be
anywhere, just doing whatever.
And that happened to me like.
You gotta know what's going on around you.
Like 2 weeks ago, when I was walking out of Michael's with my friend, I was just on my phone, and this dude was literally.
Yeah, he's about to snatch and run on your ass.
Yeah, he was about to get our stuff. And I was just like.
You was looking like a lick.
Yeah.
I was about to get you.
What is the trait that you value the most?
That I value the most? Mm-hmm. Probably being charismatic.
What's charismatic?
Being like, I think being able to, I think my communication skills. Because I feel like.
Yeah, you are a talker.
I feel like I'm able to connect with people across the board just from talking with them. Because a lot of times there's certain people that they would look at me and wouldn't expect to have the conversations that we have. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, definitely my communication skills.
Would you rather be rich or famous?
Rich. Who cares about fame? Actually, I think there's a lot of people that would take being famous. I'd rather be rich. Give me the money. I don't even like people like that.
You're going to a desert island. What 3 things or people do you take?
Damn. A desert island? Mm-hmm. Shit, I'm not taking none of y'all. That's selfish. Who the fuck want to live out there? But what am I taking? What can I take?
You can take 3 things.
3 things?
People.
Damn.
You can take 3 things.
You
want to take me, though?
Bro, you want to live on a desert island with me and be musty all day?
Look, me, you, and Aubrey can thug it out.
No, I wouldn't.
We can thug it out.
We probably could, though.
We can thug it out. Get some bamboo, thug it out.
A desert island? Oh, man. Give me a desert island. Well, if it's an island, it's water. It's surrounded by water. So I would need crates. I would need crates full of seeds for one. Endless matches. Because at nighttime it's probably gonna get cold. And a boat. And a boat so I can fish. Yeah. No. We straight. We straight. Matches. What did I say?
I would take matches. I would learn how to make a fire out of some rocks.
Bro, did you see Tom Hanks' hands after he did that? No, I'm not rocking. No, cuz it's 2017. Give me endless lighters or matches. And we'll call it a day. And then I'll learn. That's what I need. We'll be straight.
Do you think that people should say thank you?
Nah.
I feel like gratitude should just be like a given thing.
My thing, I gotta think about like just saying stuff, just talking about stuff. Like that doesn't do anything. Like if I would rather a person not say thank you and return the favor in the future.
Yeah.
Than
Yeah.
Than to just tell me thank you and keep it moving. You ain't gotta tell me thank you. Just understand that I looked out for you. Now when I'm in a time of need, you look out for me. We do good. We do right by each other. You know what I mean? And that's just how I look at it. What? Hey.
Okay, marriage tip. After getting married, what's something that you would advise people who aren't married?
Who aren't married?
Yeah, like somebody who wants to get married. What would you
tell them about what? Just what would I?
Yeah.
Or what would I tell newlyweds? Or tell people?
Tell people who want to get married. Like, give them some tips on marriage life.
It ain't peaches and cream. So don't look at
it ain't peaches and cream.
Yeah, don't glorify other couples. That's one thing I would say, because your relationship, when your relationship don't turn out like that, you're not gonna like your relationship, because you've already put this one relationship on a pedestal, and that's where you're trying to reach. And when it's not working, you be just wanting to throw the whole marriage away, and that's I don't think that's a good idea. I think you should look up to your own marriage and make your marriage what you want it to be. And can't nobody make your marriage better but y'all. So
yeah, not a therapist.
None of that. Only thing a therapist can do is make you aware of what you're doing and make you hold yourself accountable for what you're doing, or make you acknowledge accountability for what you're doing. That's all a therapist is really going to do.
Yeah.
But as far as making the change, you got to do that, or whatever the case may be, you got to make that happen. So that's just how I look at it. It ain't
a therapist is just that person.
It's a medium.
It's like when you can't be a medium for yourself.
Yeah, and it's like that sometimes. Some people.
I mean, yeah.
Some people just can't.
If you can't get a therapist, if you can afford a therapist, go ahead and get one. But otherwise, just try to work it out.
Or find a good friend that's, that won't tell all your business.
Yeah, that's important. That's always important.
Yep.
Do you think it's okay to keep noticing other women after you're in a committed relationship? Does this change when you are married?
No, it don't.
Don't you mean noticing other women?
Yeah, you always notice other women. I think you always notice other women. That's not.
Ladies, you just gonna have yourself mad.
You're gonna be mad. You always gonna notice other women. But the real question is, do you have the fortitude to not pursue those women? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Do you respect your wife enough to not pursue those women? That's just all it is. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'll be the first to point out a fat butt. Let me
tell you. Oh yeah, we booty gaze all day, and we don't get tired. Cause we'll be walking and we'll hit each other with the real quick. We already know what that means. Especially if she walking by. We ain't gotta say nothing to each other. You know? You see something funny?
Yeah.
Just read it.
It said, what were you thinking about right before you kissed me for the first time? I was drunk. I was really drunk. But I was like, yeah.
Oh, that's what you said?
Yeah. I was like, yeah.
I don't know what I said right before you kissed me.
We were playing a drinking game.
Oh, yeah. We played a little drinking game from some drinking dice that I got from San Juan, Puerto Rico. And yeah, we was playing a drinking game. It was like one of the dice, you shake them up, you roll them, and it tells you what you have to do. And then the other dice, you shake them up and you roll them, and it tells you where you have to do it. So it was pretty lit that night. It was pretty lit. Definitely a fun drinking game. Definitely a fun drinking game.
Did your parents tell you about sex, or did you already know?
My uncle told me about sex. My Uncle Bubby, rest in peace.
So how old were you?
Shit, young.
Young?
I was real young.
I don't think.
My mom ain't never tell me nothing about it. She just always said, we're from the city. She already knew, like, you're going to learn all that shit in school amongst your peers regardless. You know what I'm saying? She was just always like, don't have no babies. Don't bring no babies in my house. You know what I'm saying? Don't be bringing no babies in my house. Like, that's all I knew. So it's like, okay, know what that means. What my uncle told me. My uncle gave me condoms before I even knew what to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know. My
Have you ever been cruel to an animal? You're cruel to Raja.
Hell, I'm not cruel to her. Don't say that out there for the public, so they can think I abuse animals.
No, he don't abuse her. He'll just pick her up and then he'll be petting her like she's a child. Like, I don't know, just like super.
She like it.
She's like an aggressive petting.
Look, man, she a cat, man. If she didn't like it, she definitely checked me and put them paws on me, like she do when I walk by and I'm ignoring her. She'll be swiping at my ankles and she'll walk by and bite the top of my foot like a little jerk.
She does do that. And whenever you walking, if you don't let her outside, you walk back past her. Yeah. She'll pat at your ankles. Yeah. Who do you believe is the dominant one in the relationship and why?
You.
No.
Because the woman is God.
Do you really think that I'm the dominant one?
Yeah, I think, alright, this is the way I do it. And this is not like traditional, but I think it helps my household move forward, and it also takes like stress off my back, right? So pretty much, the way I look at it, and she might say differently, but the way I do it is like, my wife pretty much is the head of the household. But when she's like asking me about stuff, it's almost like I'm her advisor, I'm her protector, I'm her provider. You know what I'm saying? Like, the queen don't do nothing, but she has advisors, etc., to make sure her will is fulfilled. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
I always thought you was the king of the castle, man. That's how, yeah.
Well, we just hold each other to certain standards, but it's like, I don't know, things just run smooth. When you ask me, well, what should we do? And it's like you're asking me for my opinion, but, you know, even though we make decisions together, I just try to, I don't know, just had to unlearn, you know, because when I didn't look at it that way, I always looked at women as like objects. Like, okay, well, if I'm doing this, your ass need to be at home cooking, cleaning. Nah, nigga, I know how to cook and I know how to clean. I can do that shit myself. Like, I don't need a woman to do that shit for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You're bigger than a maid or an ideal 40s wife. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, my wife get it in. She a boss. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't. And I treat her as such, and she treats me as such, and we try to, you know, keep everything smooth sailing.
It's dope having somebody that recognizes that. Yeah,
Brad, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? We, like my best friend, so I gotta make sure she, you know what I'm saying? If don't nobody uplift her, who gonna uplift her? If not the person that's with her every day, nigga, she wake up beside, like.
Every day, wake up to this beautiful little face right here.
The same way with me, like, we just gotta practice on lifting each other up, and, you know, and it's not perfect. We get mad at each other, we get frustrated, we do irritable, but
and people really think that we don't get in fights. They be like, "You guys do it? How do you guys even fight?"
We curse each other the hell out.
I will definitely go in on him. I will.
Oh man, she be trying to cut deep. Y'all women be trying to cut deep. Y'all be trying to cut deep, man.
It's cause you be hurt. Like, sometimes you be hurting my soul, and I be like, "Why are you saying that? That's so mean."
Be saying that to you.
Let's see. If you were really in trouble, who would you go to for advice?
Really in trouble? It depends on what kind of trouble you're talking about. Because I relate certain types of trouble with certain people. Yeah. So it depends on what kind of trouble I'm in. You know what I'm saying?
How do you handle anger? Has it ever caused a problem?
I break glass.
Yeah.
It's therapeutic.
Yeah.
I like to break glass when I get mad.
Not no more though. But I mean,
it's because we in a neighborhood that like you can't do that. But for me, it wasn't nothing to just go to some concrete, just throw some glass up, let it break, just be like, you can walk back inside.
We used to have a glass breaking game.
Yeah, I used to play a glass breaking game. Yeah, breaking glass. It's very therapeutic.
That's how you handle anger.
Yeah.
One time I got so angry when me and him was arguing, and I was just punching. Yeah, holes. never do that. But I was just so
I punched a
mad.
hole in the wall before.
He did, and it came out in the shape of African.
That's how black I am. That's how black I am.
It did. It was literally the shape of
It
Africa.
was the shape of Africa. We need to post that picture.
Oh, shit. But yeah, I handle anger. I cry. That
Yeah,
was
she
my
cries.
first. But he
It irritates me.
always gets on me about how much I cry because that is honestly how I will process every single emotion. If I'm happy, if I'm sad, if I'm really upset, my first initial thing is to cry.
Definitely. And I'm not used to that because where I'm from, it just make when people do that, it just make you look soft, and I just be like, yo, you can't be doing that shit.
No, like if I'm in danger or whatever, like I'm not gonna cry. But if I'm like if my feelings are hurt or if I'm super, I cried over Insecure episode.
She did. I was pissed.
But you know why? It was because Lawrence went.
Oh my God, we gotta talk about this.
Yes, we have to talk about this. I was in full blown tears though. I was messed up. It was just something about the situation.
She was mad because she thought that Lawrence was coming back, but he hit her with that and Dipset.
He dipped on her, and she was just sitting there, and
But it's so funny though because there's so many double negatives in that situation about how the men look towards Issa and how the women look towards Lawrence.
It is.
Because in the same breath, look, you about to cry?
I'm not about to cry.
Okay, but look,
I'm not about to cry today.
But look, in the same breath, like women are mad because like niggas do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the women are mad because of what Lawrence did. But it's like when niggas cheat, we be on y'all time after that too. We be in the doghouse. Like, we be on y'all time.
What's the doghouse?
What's the doghouse? Come on, man. You know what the doghouse is. Let's not be coy.
Who ever put that guy in the doghouse?
Not literally, but
it's a pure revenge game.
Oh my goodness. Women go they be holding out and all types of stuff. They try to sleep with your best friend.
I would never. You said I'm a best friend. Yes, you do. You have a couple.
I know.
But
I really do have a couple best friends.
That's how I process everything is by it's
Alright, here's another one. Let's keep rocking. This is the longest string we've done so far. Episode 4. Minute 47.
You said a minute 47?
I mean, an hour 47. My bad.
Oh yeah, that is almost 2 hours. If it does cut us off at 2 hours, then hey,
it's been real.
We
just gonna keep rocking out.
Yeah, we just gonna keep recording stuff.
We really didn't have anything else planned to do tonight, did we?
Yeah, no. We had some bomb ass quesadillas earlier, though.
Right, put me to sleep.
It was really good.
All veggies, put me to sleep.
But yeah, if you can see our cups now, this is his little Gemini cup. I have all zodiacs if you want to order some.
Yep. And
we're doing the chakras as well and the moon phases on the cups, which here in a couple weeks, whenever we have the solar eclipse, we're going to have cups for that. I'll post all that. But my Etsy shop is up. And
nice. Talk like a tiger. And we make these in-house.
Yep.
And we can put like little quotes on them and stuff. So let us know if you wanted to say like, oh yeah, my melanin is popping. Or, I don't know, whatever. Good drink. I don't know. What you wanted to say. Whatever. Your mama's name. We can do that, you know?
And I heard, also cookware stuff. You know, like the
glass cookware, yeah.
All that. I can etch all of that, which I'll have one of those this week because I have one I want to do. But,
definitely.
What? If you didn't have to tattoo, or if you didn't tattoo, what do you think you would do? If you could pick like another trade?
That's a good question. I don't know, because once I got into it and I made like my first little bit of money, I never looked back. So until last year, and I got into, IT, but...
Do you like IT?
Yeah, IT is dope, because I think the main thing I like about IT is the fact that now I understand the devices I use every day. You know what I mean? Because beforehand, something would happen, and we would just be completely oblivious to what we need to do to fix it.
Yeah.
And your whole...
Because look, show them that MacBook.
Oh, yeah.
This MacBook right here, this used to be my MacBook.
Oops.
And it was done.
It was done. She, what, you didn't use this for how many years? 5 years?
Yeah, I didn't use that for 5 years because I thought it was messed up. And I was honestly about to just throw it away, but then after he went to school, he was like, I can fix that.
Yep.
So he fixed it.
In one day.
Yeah, he fixed it in one day.
The biggest problem was, actually, it wasn't even a problem. What it was, we couldn't update the OS X Sierra on here, or OS Sierra. That's how you say it? Which is the operating system, the most updated Mac operating system. We couldn't get it on here, and I was trying to figure out why. It only had OS Mavericks on it, which is pretty old. And what it was that upon installing, I had to use the same Apple ID she used when she purchased the computer and first set it up.
Yeah.
That's all it was. I mean, I spent a week or a few days. That's how many days did I spend doing that? Like 2 days.
It was 2.
Yeah, I spent like 2 days researching, looking at videos, everything. And I finally saw someone in the comment section that was like, well, I tried this and that, and it worked. And next thing you know, I tried it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, now we're going to do if you know your partner.
Oh, snap. All right, come on.
Okay. What's my least favorite body part?
Feet.
Feet? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. What is it?
Actually, I'm growing to love feet. I'm growing to love feet. Like, I'm massaging feet now and all that.
I know.
Just because, like, I don't know, I got to a point where I was like, this is my person. Like, I'm going to be with him for, like, ever, and I need to know how to...
We got to take care of each other.
Yeah, like, you know...
Got to solve my dogs up. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want me spending $25 a month going to see Maylene.
Yeah, rub your guys' feet.
Coconut oil on them bad boys.
Your least favorite body part.
On you?
Yeah.
Oh, I like it all. Oh, I like it all.
No, but I don't like my feet.
N.A., not applicable.
True. I don't like my feet. I
like your feet?
I love everything on you. I just don't like my feet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so you asking me my least favorite body part?
What's your partner's least favorite body part?
On myself or on you? I don't have one on you.
What about on you?
On me, my least favorite body part?
Yeah.
Least favorite body part. I love all my body. I'm sorry.
I love it all.
I love it all. I mean, there's nothing about my body I wish wasn't there. I mean,
name a country I would love to visit.
That you would love to visit?
Yeah.
Well, it used to be France. Now it's Bangkok.
Yeah.
And Jamaica. I know where it's at. You want to visit Jamaica, Bangkok, and what you did. You used to want to visit France.
You want to visit Bangkok, and you wouldn't go anywhere in Europe. You wouldn't go to Africa, but you don't know which country.
I wanted to go to India too.
India. I would go to India. I would go for the spiritual experience.
I would want to go to India. Southeast Asia. So, next question.
What is my least favorite housework task?
Doing dishes.
No.
Cleaning bathrooms.
Yes. I fucking hate the bathroom.
So, I don't know. I always thought that you hate loading the dishwasher up.
No, that's so quick for me. Like, that's
true.
just something I had to get over. Like, that's 5 minutes. But the bathroom,
clean the toilet
I hate
or the shower.
Or the shower.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah, that's usually
I hate
what
that.
I get called in and do. I get subbed in.
Be like,
You come
yo.
slap my hand like, thought it was a 5. Nah, nigga, go clean the bathroom. I just subbed you in. Oh, snap, with the assist.
Man, your least favorite housework task. you hate you hate reorganizing the bookshelf after I went and put all my shit back on it. Because I do that all the time. And I know you see it.
I do.
Because he'll make it so, like, he is the king of organizing anything in this house, let me tell you. Because growing up, that just wasn't my thing. And I blame my mother for that because she cleaned up my room. Nah. That was the type.
My mom ain't never cleaned my room.
No, I would always come home to like clean stuff. Unless, like, it was really messed up. Then I remember cleaning it.
And a year of military school.
Yeah.
So, but, yeah. I mean...
He's the organizer. I'm the maintainer, unless it gets too out of hand, and then it's just like...
Then I get called back in.
Then I'm just like, hey.
Then I get called back in.
Go back in, please.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I know organizing the bookshelf. Is there anything else?
I hate changing the cat litter.
You hate changing the cat litter? Hey, you got a cat name.
I hate changing the cat litter. But it hasn't been as bad since we let her outside, because now she does her thing outside to mark the territory. So, shouts out to Raj.
Shouts out to Raj. What's my favorite flavor of ice cream?
Your favorite flavor of ice cream? We don't eat ice cream like that.
The one we have. What is one you always get?
One that you always get. Nah, you don't be getting chocolate though.
Yes, I do.
When have I seen you get chocolate ice cream?
I always get chocolate ice cream. I'm a double fudge brownie type of girl.
Damn.
And I like orange sherbet a lot.
I was getting ready to say, but that's not that's sherbet though. That's not like. Okay, that's semantics. You don't know what mine is because I like them all. Yeah. You know, we can switch it up.
Any type. If it goes with the cake.
If it goes with the cake, I can eat it.
Like lemon or like
or some cookies or
cookies.
Some type of breaded sweet.
Vanilla. He eats a lot of vanilla ice cream. Just plain like vanilla bean ice cream. Yes. Yeah, for sure. That goes with anything.
Yeah.
What do I typically look forward to most about the weekend? On the weekends, you like to work, so that's what
I'm about to say our weekend. When are our weekends? Because, I mean, Friday through Sunday, we're working. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but, you know, they don't see us downtown at the bars turning up.
Who is someone that I consider to be a mentor or who has been a strong positive influence on my professional development?
Professional development? I like to say my mom.
Yeah, for sure.
I would say my mom. I think when you looked at her and like you got to know her, it was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? It's like sky's the limit. Like you can really make some stuff happen as a woman. Because you don't see no black women like my mom down here. I'm just saying. Not too many. Not too many.
I know personally. But
not too many.
Personal development, my mom. Professional, also Melissa Carver. I just like Melissa's message.
True.
What about you? Professional development.
Who helped me with my professional development the most?
Yeah.
The internet. I'm just saying, like everything that I've learned about professionalism and the people who fine tune it was all my folks at Perscolas. Shouts out to everybody at Perscolas. If anybody attended Perscolas or whatever in Silver Spring, Maryland, yeah, shouts out to them. They definitely, Peyton Brooks and Mike Boggs and Melissa and everybody, and Crystal, y'all definitely helped me get my professional swag up to par, especially with the whole dressing up and everything. Yeah, I definitely got me.
I don't know.
And my parents too.
What was my nickname as a child?
Loriana.
Yeah.
It's right.
Yeah.
You know what mine is, because you call me that sometimes.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby.
You already know what mine
Well, Bobby. But yeah, that used to be it. My granddad called me that for my mom. What did you want to be when you grew up when you were a kid?
I wanted to be a baller, shot caller. It's like, no. When I was a kid, I don't know. I just wanted to have money.
I wanted to be a firefighter, and then I wanted to be a
Actually, no, that's not true. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a veterinarian.
Really?
Yeah, until I figured out how much school you had to do, and I was like, Then I wanted to be. I don't know what I wanted. I never really thought about it as a kid. I just lived. I didn't even think about college until my freshman year of high school. Like my mom always brought up college, but I never really,
It's like, yeah, I want to go to college for X, Y, Z.
Yeah, never really looked anything up. But yeah, I don't think I don't know what I wanted to be. I didn't even know what I wanted to be when I was in college. I just majored in some stuff that was going to give me some money. Like,
yeah, that's one.
But I didn't have my heart in it, you know?
That's definitely. Anything you tell people that we doing this week? We doing Steals and Deals Sunday?
Yes, Steals and Deals Sunday. Every Sunday, I'm going to be doing like palm size tattoos for about $50.
Palm size, and that's his palm size.
And that's my palm size.
But my palm's not that big.
It's so little. But yeah, my palm size for like $50.
See.
And we pretty much.
Yeah, there's a difference.
But yeah, we pretty much we just chill, play good music. We get hungry, we cook. You know, we just kick it. Location is definitely disclosed. If you want to know, just send us a message. We definitely RSVP so we know how many people we're going to be having.
Yeah, so we can schedule everybody.
So we can get everything together
and also now you guys can go onto his Lauren ROX page.
I'm hyped about
which is his tattoo page, and you can actually
book your own appointment
there.
You'll see my availability, and you can book your appointment. You don't even have to talk with me. You can just book your appointment and then hit me up like, yeah, I want this and that, and take it from there if you want.
Yeah, once you got your time. And we're going to be dropping a video on how you guys can do that too. It's really simple. You just go to his page, look on the left side, and it'll say book now. And you click that, and then it'll just walk you through it. It's so easy.
Yes, and also on the left side of your screen, there'll be a tab that says services. And you can go there and see all types of deals and specials that we have.
Yep.
Also for tattoos. Yeah.
And on my page, Human Atlas, this is where I'm selling these at. We have an Etsy store now. So anything that we're making in-house, whether it be these t-shirts, whether it's these glasses, anything like that, it'll be on the Etsy store.
Okay.
And you can get to that through the link.
Definitely. Oh, tell them about the t-shirts. We'll have t-shirts up on Amazon merch.
Yeah, Amazon merch. We got opportunity with being affiliated with Amazon. So we can sell t-shirts through there now. Most of our t-shirts are $20. So
support. We're gonna have all types of cool things, all types of cool t-shirts. We're able to upload, I think, about 4 t-shirts a day.
Yeah.
So we're still working on designs and trying to reach that quota to where we're putting out 4 t-shirts a day. Even if it's the same t-shirt in different variations, you know what I mean? Just so it'll give the people a little bit more options. So.
But Amazon is a great way. If you have a business too and you want to get on Amazon, I definitely recommend that too.
Yeah.
I just want everybody to be able to get money. Yeah. It's not even a matter of, oh, y'all are leaking out your resources and all that type of stuff. No, if everybody's getting money, then everybody's going to be able to pass the money along to each other, and everybody keep each other afloat.
Yeah, I don't believe in holding gems back.
Or selling them.
Yeah,
money.
just give it to the people, man, and work with like-minded people and try to build a network amongst your peers. Keep some money circulating. One of the best ways to do it. Anything else you want to tell them?
I think that's it. The biggest thing right now is booking through. That's the thing that I'm excited the most about.
Yeah, me too.
Book you through
Facebook. Yeah.
That was fun.
And my phone is kind of busted right now, so it's definitely cool that you can just go to my Facebook page and book your appointment, and then and we can talk to each other via Facebook Messenger. Yeah.
We need a theme song. Don't you think so?
Yeah. And also, we're thinking about not going live anymore, but actually recording. Asking for a friend.
But we'll still do it live sometimes. I like the live.
I think we should do it live when we have a panel.
Yeah.
When we have more people interacting. But then again, I don't know. We'll have to sit down and really write. Because this is we're just winging this. So bear with us.
Bear with us. It's cool.
Yeah, I think this is definitely cool. To be able to have the means to build your own platform. We just hope that you all will continue to support us and rock with us throughout time.
Shout out to everybody who supports our stuff.
Yes, thank you all, man. Thank all of you.
Yes, shout out to everybody who genuinely messes with our brand and helps our brand and all that. It's discouraging sometimes just because you don't necessarily, whenever you have a new business or whatever, we've been in business for about a year, but when you have a business, you just you want to see that money. You want it to be able to take that place of the part-time job or the full-time job. And sometimes it doesn't, but you just keep going.
You gotta keep pushing.
You always gotta keep going. Just always keep your content up. Be a consumer, but be a producer at the same time.
And also push your friends' stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever your friends are doing, push it.
Which August 7th, Miss Joy will be having Optimistic Goddess podcast.
Make sure y'all tune in for that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I thought she could come out today.
I thought she was going to come by today. She had commented on Facebook about wanting to come be a part of the panel today. I didn't reach back out because I thought she would just show up. You know what I mean? I thought she would just show up. But Joy, if you're watching, I pointed at this screen. We need to point. We got 3 screens set up.
This is the main one. This is the monitor.
Sorry. But yeah, Joy, if you're watching, you're always welcome. Just pull up.
It's about to get cool. We got some set stuff as far as going on our YouTube page. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's a journey, man. Just follow us, man. And, man, I can only imagine if we do this for a few years. Because, we're supposed to have 4 episodes a month.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Hey, we'll be doing it for a month.
Oh, congrats. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's what's up. But yeah, y'all, I think that's about it, man. We're going to wrap it up.
It's about 2 hours now.
About 2 hours of just talking, kicking it with you all.
Kicking it with my boo.
Kicking it with my baby.
Let me see your Gemini glass.
Do you like it? Do you like it?
And it's dishwasher safe.
Definitely.
But yeah, support Human Atlas, support, you need to tell people what your ROX stands for, because everybody thinks it's just rocks.
Oh, my ROX. Okay, I'm going to see if y'all can see this. Okay, it's oh snap. Well, anyways, you see it on my art. I got a tattoo right here, but
yes.
My ROX, it was an alias I came up with as a child. I was inspired by the graffiti artist Cause. I don't know if you all are familiar with Cause and his work. He's from he's an East Coast artist. I think he's from the New Jersey area, I want to say, or something like that, New York, something like that. But pretty much his name Cause is Kaws, and it's pretty much 4 letters that he liked the most, and he put it together. and it's spelled cause. And I was thinking, like, what are 3 or 4 of my favorite letters? I love the way an R is shaped. I love the way an X is shaped, and I love the O because it's a circle. It's continuing. It's like super solid to me, you know. So then come to find out, the medicine seal is an R and an X. Mm-hmm. So I was like, yeah, well, you know, if I get people to prescribe to my art like they prescribe to medicine, I'll be okay. It was almost like a parallel between how I thought about it. And then I wanted to give those letters a meaning. And I think naturally I've always had like the mind of like a person that kind of thinks for himself, or like a revolutionary, you know. And it stood for Revolution Omnified Anonymous. And the X stood for like, my mom used to always say like, yeah, y'all gonna be the Generation X or something like that. Like, I don't know, I remember being a kid and she used to just always bring that up. So that was just something that was on my psyche at that moment. And it became like, you know, a part of my alias that I pretty much have. That's gonna be with me forever, probably till I die. Like, and my work that I leave behind. So that's what the RX means. I'm sorry it was long and drawn out. It pretty much means Revolution Omnified Unknown. So pretty much it's like the revolution is going to be turned up to the max by like, you know, an unknown generation, or unknown in a sense that people have never seen a generation like these kids before or whatever, which is kind of weird that, you know, we do that and now we're giving birth